right, collective, I've got your daily extended coming up here in just a second. We're going to take a look at all of these with more clarification, get an outlook and some advice, and close out with some oracle for you all. If you haven't seen that mini reading, you're going to want to go ahead and check that out real quick. Table, we're just going to get clarification here going into the reading. Thank you all so much for tuning in, playing along. If you're here from any one of my other platforms, I appreciate your curiosity. My name's Cody. I'm your conscious soul reader. Welcome. If you do not know me, if you are already a YouTube subscriber, welcome back. Thank you for your continued love and support. I appreciate you. We're going to jump in here in just a second. If you need any personal attention, that's going to be booked through my website. There in the link tree in the description box of this video, you'll notice I'm booking personal private readings and mentorships. If you go all the way to the bottom, I'll show you all the other platforms where I go live and post content. Recognize them, go ahead and give me a follow. So we'll get clarification on all these cards that are out here. So you're moving on, leaving the past in the past. The wisdom and education that you've gotten from this is making you able to create some sort of a major, powerful new beginning for yourself. I feel like a lot of you are going to turn a lot of this into a very lucrative outcome. Tell me about the Six of Swords. Six of Swords. King of Swords. Head over heart decision. With complete and total spiritual and emotional balance involved. You are totally at peace with this. This is exactly right. And I feel once you start to pull away from this, you feel more peaceful. You feel more balanced. You feel more like you can finally take control over your own life. The authority is coming back. The control is coming back, okay? Tell me about the Six of Cups. King of Wands in the reverse. And the Knight of Wands in the reverse. Now, these are liars and selfish people in your past. You have dealt with lies, betrayal, deceit. These are people that only wanted their own agendas fulfilled. They did not care about you at all or anything you had to say, anything you wanted. Very forceful, arrogant, reckless, impatient, prejudice, temperamental, tyrannical behavior here. Somebody was completely rude, totally over the top. They may have yelled and screamed at you. I feel like somebody was completely showing, you may have been dealing with some people around you that were wishy-washy, show-offs, right? Trying to take you down. There's a lot of lack of ambition, no drive whatsoever. A very weak leader here. You know, you could have been dealing with very immature people as well in your past. Let's look at wisdom. Death card. Let it go. Yeah. Major transformation here. You're like, you know what? Never, ever, ever again. This is a brand new beginning for you. Ending of this old toxic cycle of something you just went through. Ace of Wands. Very inspired by this. This is some sort of a new challenge where you're like, you know what? I accept this for what it is. I'm going to turn my pains into my gains. Tell me about the Emperor. Eight of Swords sideways. So a lot of you are feeling a little annoyed that you've been pressured to be put into this situation in the first place. We've got the Ace of Swords, but the clarity is loud and clear. There's some sort of a soul contract or a soul connection here that just didn't follow through. This was the exact right decision for you to end this partnership and to let this go and to focus on self. Some of you are having a little bit of a difficult time accepting this, but I feel like the more distance you put between this, the more confident you are in your decision here. Tell me about the Two of Pentacles, Five of Cups. Five of Cups and Seven of Wands. So now you're trying to figure this out and figure out what to do with what and how to make it work for you moving forward. I feel like you have this strong sense of empowerment coming by you standing up for yourself, but there's a lot of sadness that is fueling this fire, okay? There's a lot of disappointment, possible regret. Maybe you're feeling a little bit emotionally unstable, so you're completely shutting all that off for now. You're shutting your emotions down entirely because they have not served you really well. So you're trying to just put it in its place. The Two of Pentacles the rider weight is juggling, and then the ocean chop is behind them with all of that chaos and mayhem going on, and you're just trying to make it make sense. So I think that you're rebuilding here and moving into a more positive movement forward. Tell me about the Eight of Pentacles. Five of Wands, Wheel of Fortune. So tell me about the Eight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. Three of Cups. Yep. Finally happy. Finally secure. Finally feeling celebrated. Finally feeling like there's something worth celebrating. Many of you are moving on to more focus on positivity, bringing in more happiness. That's your main focus. I feel like a lot of you are putting your old pain in its place, and you're moving forward. And the more you move forward, the happier it looks, the happier you feel. It just feels good. It feels really good because you're finally starting to make some moves. You're finally starting to feel more grounded. We've got the King of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, the Magician, Queen of Cups, finally starting to feel like your manifestations are working in your favor. I'm telling you, once you start moving away from this and making action towards self, it feels so much better. There's all that neglect starting to dissipate. There's all of that tyrannical, rude, abrasive, horrible behavior that you just experienced finally starting to fade away. You're looking at friendships. You're looking at love. You're looking at genuine acceptance awaiting for you where you are moving, where you're going to, okay? Moving to a more loving place away from a toxic situation where everybody did not care about you. They did not want you there. They did not love you. And now you're going to people who actually do love you. I tell you what, to have the King of Wands and the Knight of Wands on the Six of Cups coming out, so unreliable, completely unreliable, unpredictable. You were living in fear of triggering somebody that was going to just yell and scream at you anytime you tried to bring up anything for growth and control over the situation. Somebody just did not want to face any of it and considered you to be the problem for noticing. How dare you notice that we have a problem? How dare you notice that we are flawed? Deal with it. We'll never be anything other than this. And if you have a problem with it, then you can leave. And you did. Quickly. And it was so much better. So much better because you finally were able to get guard up over your mental state, being able to protect yourself from this mental instability, and finally starting to feel peace, and finally starting to feel balance, and more loving, more compassionate energies, finally going to where you feel love, moving away from the hate and going to love. Pulling yourself away from the hate and going towards love. That is beautiful. Congratulations. Let's look at the Magic 8. What else can I tell my collective? Yeah, these people you're dealing with just avoid problems. They just pretend like nothing's wrong. Everything's fine. You're the problem. You're the problem. If you're not looking at our issues, then we don't have issues. Right? We've got summertime coming around. I feel like you're about to go have a hot girl summer or a hot boy summer. You're about to pull away from this and glow up. I feel like you feel better already just pulling away from this toxicity. There may be another chance that is wanted here, because you are running for your life. You are running for the hills. This person's in their head, though. They're really going to be in their head. I feel like all summer long, they may look back at this and realize what they had lost. And they may want another chance with you because they realize that, you know, maybe you weren't the problem. Maybe the problem was there all along, and they realized that you were just trying to help. But you cannot help people who do not want your help. You cannot do it. You will only be seen as the enemy and pushed pushed away. Yeah, because in divine timing, you're going to see this for what it was. Major energy drain that gave you some severe trust issues. And when it comes to this person in this situation, you have major trust issues because of what a drain this was on you. It was completely toxic for you. And to be abused for bringing up problems is completely out of line. Totally out of line. You may have been dealing with this since winter. Things may have gotten really horrible all winter long. By springtime, you're separating. By summertime, you're going to start feeling a lot better. Expect the unexpected here. Expect the unexpected. I think this time out and this break is going to do you a world of wonders. And by autumn, it is going to be a whole new you. Prepare for massive glow up, baby. Prepare for a massive glow up. I feel like there is no stopping you. You have completely untethered yourself. You've cut these sandbags off of your hot air balloon and you're about to soar into the highest heights, because all signs point to yes. Right? The moment you started pulling away is the moment resistance stopped happening. When you were trying to help, resistance, complete and total resistance. And the moment you pulled away, good to go. This is where divine wants you. They want you in a healthy situation. They want you to feel love. They want you to be accepted. They don't want you in toxic situations. That's pushing you away for a good reason. You know when to listen. You know when to pay attention. All right, let's look at blank space here. Like many of you are moving on to something completely wide open. You can do anything. You have no tethers. You have no ties. Cry if you need to. Get it out. Leave it all where you are. Leave all those tears where you left from. Get it out of your system so that you can develop to where you're being pulled, where Spirit wanted you all along. Reach out to others for support. Yes. As somebody who has a difficult time asking for help, this was very empowering. It was very empowering for me to reach out and finally get that help and support, to know that people love you and want the best for you, especially if you're in a situation where people don't like you and they're attacking you and they're trying to tear you down or to target you or to instigate any type of chaos in your world. To actually reach out to people who genuinely love you and want the best for you is very, very helpful, very beneficial. It helps to give you that momentum and power to pull yourself out of that, because negativity will try to swallow you up. Angry people want people to be angry. Hurt people hurt people. And if you have too much joy and too much light around angry and hurt people, they will do everything in their power to take it away from you. You have to protect yourself. Connect with a higher power or your higher self. Absolutely. Absolutely. I went monk mode, hermit mode, right? Pull back from everything, focus on self. You and your higher self, you are divinely protected. You are loved. You are a love, divine being of God. You are protected. Talk with a financial advisor. Clean up your social media accounts. They're asking you to do some busy work, okay? Redirect your focus. Take control of your life. Get your finances back in order. Maybe you've gotten a little off track being in this situation. Maybe you have, let some things slip. Maybe you are looking to start some sort of a brand new abundant beginning. Maybe you're looking to get some advice and guidance on how to build and grow wealth. Your social media accounts are absolutely going to have an influence over your day-to-day life. If you open it and you're always seeing things that make you sad, angry, triggered in some way, if you still have people in your lists that are not your friends, they're just watching you and spying on you, get rid of them, block them. Get rid of them. Get rid of those angry and sad places that you're following too. Clean up your social media. Listen to some upbeat music, right? They want you to start raising your vibration. You got to pull yourself up out of this funk. Only you can do it. All right. They take you down, you pull yourself out. Set intentions during new and full moons. Okay. Take advantage of those celestial events that are happening. Pay attention. Those are very powerful, very helpful for you. Full moons are about releasing. New moons are about bringing in. Try something new. Maybe you've never looked into moon rituals. Maybe you've never known about moon cycles or anything, or looked into any of that. Try something new. Maybe getting away from everything you've already known will help you discover a place that you're meant to be. Get clear about what you do want. Stop focusing on what you don't want. Stop creating from a place of negativity to start creating from a place of positivity, joy, expansion, optimism. Those are the places where Spirit is trying to guide you. All right, let's look now at the Mind's Oracle. All right, Mind's Oracle. What else can I tell my collective? Step back. You're too close to the situation. You're too chaotically involved. Pull yourself away to gain perspective. Okay, if we're too much in the mix, we're too heated, we're too caught up in everything, it's very difficult to find your way out or to see things clearly. So pull yourself back. We got you breaking free. Yes, look at it. I'm going to break these chains and let it all go and have faith that my fresh start is exactly the right choice that I needed to make. And then watch the miracles. Watch the miracles rain down. Gonna make it rain down. Got big change coming in. I love it. Yes, 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 we do. Change a part of yourself that no longer feels like the person you've become or are becoming. Change isn't always easy, but letting go of outdated parts of yourself will help you to align with your true self. Break free from the tribe in order to live your authentic life. This isn't easy, but very necessary if you're going to share your true self with others. Be brave, be real, be you. Trust that those who love you will always be there for you. Man, have I found that out. Those who don't love you will do everything in their power to tear you down. Those who do love you will do everything in their power to lift you up. You'll know the difference. Got miracles coming in. Let's look at Let It Go. That was next. We're building up to the miracles. Let go of whatever pain and resentment that you've been holding on to. It's hurting you, and you can't really be present in your life if you're holding on to this negativity. Release it and be free. Have faith and trust that everything is going to be okay. It's hard, it's difficult, but you must do exactly that. Have faith, because when you have faith, your life will begin to flow in magical ways that you never imagined were possible. These miracles start coming in. Paying extra close attention to all the big and small miracles that have already occurred in your life, and also those that are currently occurring and still to come. Miracles surround you. Be on the lookout for them, okay? That's that positive mindset, that optimistic outlook. Go there. You got a fresh start coming in. It's opportunity for you to begin again. Allow yourself to embrace this new life and open up fully to this gift that you've been given. And you needed to make a choice that you've been struggling with. It was hard to decide a path, but you listened to your intuition, eliminated everyone else's input, and felt your way to the right choice. The time is now. Very good job, collective. Of course you did. Of course you did, because you're in my collective. You must belong to me. All right, real quick. Future higher self. Optimism, onward and upward. Here we go. What else can I tell? You will have financial security in life. Affirm it. Don't allow a scarcity mindset to limit that success. You're just like, oh, I don't even know how. I don't know where to begin. That's a scarcity mindset. You're already blocking yourself right out the gate. Believe in the miracles. It starts with an idea. It starts with a notion, and then you grow from there. That's a notion, not an ocean. Laocean? Despite the frustration, you're on your way to making all your dreams come true. Because these are teaching you. This is teaching you how powerful you are. This is teaching you how to be aware of your circumstances, to be aware of human behavior, to be aware of your boundaries, and to respect yourself enough to stand up for those. You're creating a you that you'll be proud of. If all you're doing is waiting for the really big moments, you won't value and appreciate the small ones. Again, the miracles, celebrating the big and the small. Inviting in more optimism by focusing on optimism. Inviting in more things to be grateful for by focusing on what you have to be grateful for already. Don't worry so much about not finding love. It will find you. All you have to do is work on you. Be the vibration, and attraction is the result of your vibration, okay? Uproot your life and leave all that is familiar to you. Oh my gosh, that's been coming out so much. The healing must be completed before your life can transform. If you think you're trying to change your life and do this and do that and do all these great, wonderful things, if you haven't done your healing, you're just going to sit in cycles. You're going to sit there and repeat these old cycles over and over and over again. The healing must be completed prior to the transformation taking hold. No other way around it. There's a path you're meant to be on. Trust it. Trust it. It will open up for you. Resistance is preventing you. The open pathways that flow, this is your guides going, yeah, now you're listening. Now you're feeling your way to where we're pulling you. Now you're getting it. They're very elated. They love to be recognized and acknowledged. Don't we all? All right, kids, I feel like that was your reading. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, playing along. It's going to be a short one. I like it. Got to the point. All right, if you need to book a personal private reading, everything's going to be in the link tree in the description box of this video. Feel free to help yourself. Going all the way to the bottom there to show you all the other platforms where I go live and post content on my other channels. If you recognize those, be sure to give me a follow. Until next time, I'm wishing you all the health, wealth, and abundance you can stand. Don't forget to press like, subscribe, and the notification bells. I'll see you next time.